Okay, so I'm going to walk through Visual Editor, so in this tutorial we're going to learn about something called Visual Composer. One of the premium plugins that we put on all our clients' websites allows them to basically, instead of just create text that goes down a page, for example, if I were to just type here and keep going down, this is what your page would look like. You can add images to the left of the text and things like that in the standard WYSIWYG editor. But what we wanted to do is give our clients a way to actually create column classes and be able to do different things. So we included the Visual Composer. And here you can see, got to drag it up here, so now it's there. So now here you can see when you click on Visual Composer, you can go back to Classic Editor. And what Visual Composer allows you to do is create rows, elements, and then we can create custom templates as well if we want to design a template. So you can save your page as a template. So if you like a certain template or the way it looks, you can actually save that as a template. So we're going to learn how to use Visual Composer. So in this tutorial, you're going to click. So here's how Visual Composer works. You're going to say, I would like to add a row. And here you can see it added a row. And then if you noticed here, it's showing its full width. But if you hover here you can see you can choose different column classes. So there's a full width, there's 2 half columns, here's a third and a fourth. And then again, if you don't like where these are positioned, you can actually drag them. So if you want this smaller area to be on the left, you can do that. Smaller area on the right can do that. So that really shows you kind of what you can do there as far as adding rows. So, and then you can go in here and choose what you want to do. Normally what I do is I just leave it like this, full width, but if you want to mess with it or do 2 half columns, or but this is what it's set at standard. So we'll just show you something's here set up with 1/4 column. We're going to drag this over here. Now in each of these you can press this plus button and this pops up all these different widgets that you can actually use. So this is the row widget, so you can actually insert another row in here if you wanted. We'll delete that. And this is the text block widget. This allows you to put text within that widget right there. So as you can see, you can actually see what was in there. And this is what it says, I am a text block. That's just standard. So we'll delete that. You can do a separator, which actually divides the content. You can do a message box, a Facebook like, a tweet button, or a Google Plus button, and a Pinterest button. So if I wanted to, I could actually select all of these and put them within that widget. You can select a single image here. I'm going to show you how this works too. So say we have an image and we want to use that image. So we're going to go into our media library. And I'm going to say, you know what, I want to use this image. I'm going to say set image. And what we have to do is, because it's not telling us anything, you actually have to put the image size in. And we want to do actually the full size of the image. So we type in full. And then you can link to the image or not. And if you want the image to have a link, you can actually say same window, new window, and then you can link out to say something else. So if you had a button or something that you created custom that you wanted to link out, you could do that, or an image. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just say save draft. And then I'm going to preview the page. So there you can see we have our image right here loaded. Now say I wanted to do some text over to the right of that. So I'm going to click on this box and I'm going to say text box. And then I'm just going to grab some content from the beginning here, from this page. This is just a sample website that we're using. And we're going to say save. Now I'm going to say save draft again. And then we're going to say preview page again. There you can see now we have the text to the right of the image. And you see how that's kind of making it look really nice. Now maybe what I want to do is I want to put maybe a 3-column class underneath here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say add a row, and I'm going to go down here and select 3 columns. And then let's just say we're going to put some text boxes in here. And we're going to paste that same text that we had for now, just so we can see. And then I want to show you another feature which is great. So you can actually duplicate your content just by clicking this clone text box. So it's just very small, but it's right there, clone text, and then you can drag it over, clone text. So if you had something that you wanted to clone, we're going to say save draft. And you can actually compare revisions too. So I can go in here and I can look at my revisions, what I did. Once that refreshes. So I'm going to dismiss that, but I can actually go in here and I want to say I want to compare revisions and see what they look like. So obviously this is showing you, this is not showing you exactly what you're seeing here, but we can go back and we can see, hey, there was only 2 column classes there. There's the title, no title, and here we have still no title, but we have the 2 column classes and then the 3 widgets right here. So it's hard to tell in the revisions editor, but we're going to go back to there. So let's get out of here. So as you can see now, I'm going to do a preview. And now you can see there's 3 column classes underneath. So there's really a lot that you can do with this editor, and that's one of the things we love about this. It just allows you more freedom to design a page that you really want to design. Okay, so we're just going to look at some more elements. So here you can do a FAQ or FAQ, an image gallery. You can do tabs, and I'll show you what the tabs look like. So we've created new tabs down at the bottom, and we can create a couple different tabs. And then we edit our tabs by clicking here. I'm sorry, you actually click here to name the tab. And we'll just say about us. And then you go to tab 2 and then you have to click the pencil icon here. Our history. And then you have to do the same thing here if you want that to be different. So maybe you want that to be contact us. I'm going to get rid of this tab. I'm just going to delete that one. Okay. So now we'll add just some text in here. We'll go to about our history. Maybe what I'll do here is I'll add a row in here, and I'll say, you know what, I want to do 2 in our history. I'll do 2 columns. One will be a picture, an image. We'll add that same image that we were using before, and I'll say full. And then we'll also add here some text. And then in this tab, we'll do a little contact form, and I think we have one. Let's see here. If we go to Gravity Forms, that's where we create our custom contact forms, and you'll see that right here. We're going to actually display the Contact Us page, and we'll just say that, and we'll save as draft. Now I want to preview the page again. And now you can see we have our tabs, our really nice laid out tabs. Contact Us form didn't show up in there. So it looks like we can't, oh yeah, we can. So now we have our Contact Us form in there. It was still refreshing. can't do that when it's refreshing. Oh, and we're previewing too, so this will work better when it's published. Okay, so basically you can see we've really been able to do a lot there yeah, with a Visual Composer. A lot more than what we could do in our basic standard classic editor, WYSIWYG editor. So that's the end of this tutorial.